certified jet. I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Welcome back, eSIM Studios YouTube channel. We are live on this Wednesday afternoon, June 24th, 2026. If you want to give me just a second, it's been hectic getting this stream started. Give me just a second. Apologize about that. We have busy day here. We got a lot of news. We're gonna try to squeeze in a giveaway here once we get over. Once we go over some of this news here. A lot of news, a lot of interesting news, a lot of good news. If you're an Apple user, an Apple fanboy, a lot of good news. If you're a Samsung fanboy, if you like Android, we got a lot going on today. So it's going to be a busy day. We'll try to get through it as fast as possible and get this giveaway completed. So give me just a second here. I got my. It's been a busy day. I got monitors all over the place. StreamYard wouldn't want to work, so got it working now. But if you see my head moving back and forth quite a bit, like a chicken with its head cut off, you know why. It's been one of those days. So let's see here. So how's everybody doing? Y'all doing okay? Actually, let me do this. Let me move this monitor over here. That's a good question. And so they're asking, did we hear anything on the S24 Ultra drain issue? I don't know. I don't have an S24 Ultra. I'm getting my news and or information from y'all, from the users that actually have it. I know I could probably go on a Reddit thread for S24 and see, but I have no clue. I think I know for sure there's a number of people that still say they have a battery drain bug. I have some people say the last June update fixed it. Some are saying they still have it. I did put a video out. Maybe I'll link it in the description of this video once we're done with this stream. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find it for you. I did a video last week that should help. You can. There's the what is it called? Knox Matrix is a system app that runs continuously in the background, and that's what's chewing through the battery. So if you're still having the battery drain, I go through in that video, and I can't remember off the top of my head the steps, but essentially I walk you through where you can minimize Knox Matrix, that system app running in the background. Let's see here. Let me go to YouTube. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you for joining us. What's up? How's it going? I still owe. Who was it that won the giveaway last time? I wasn't able to get with them on the back end and give them their prize, but hopefully I can do that today. Let's see, eSIM Studios. Let me see if I can show you what video that was. Let's see here. Let's go to videos. It was damn, I hate using Windows in a vertical format because Windows is not optimized for vertical. It is so janky. Videos, here we go. Which one was it? Ah, yes, here we go. Let me show you which one it was. It was this one right here. It was 8 days ago. Samsung Galaxy battery drain bug fix. Change this one setting plus other battery life tips and tricks. So I go through. There's two main things that if you're still having that issue, if this is your device now, it not only applies to the S24, but if you're having battery drain bug issues, and it is bad. It's probably the worst one I think I've ever had in my life. If you're still having issues, watch this video. Just go after this is done. Go to YouTube. Type in eSIM Studios Samsung Galaxy battery drain bug fix, and this should pop up. Just remember, it's the thumbnail with the bug on it, little green bug down here in the bottom left. Click on that. I take you through the first two steps to take by minimizing and or trying to stop the Knox Matrix system app from continuously working in the background. And there's one other modification that I have you do, and then I go through the normal stuff that everybody else says to help with your battery life. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the first 5 minutes is the most important. So I didn't want to, like a lot of YouTubers, and I freaking hate this. Like, let's say they made a video in regards to that battery drain bug fix. YouTubers are so freaking, I don't even know what the right word is, petty or money hungry, that they'll put, like, say the first two most important steps to take out of a 14-minute long video, to put them at the very end and make you watch the first freaking 10 minutes of the video and go through all this BS steps that everybody knows how to do. Turn your screen brightness down, turn on battery saver, turn off auto sync, all these no-brainer things, and then put the very two most important things you need to change at the very end while they force you to watch the entire video. Well, they're just trying to get more money from you, or they're just trying to have YouTube push more ads to you so they can make more money off the video. I'm like, screw that. Let's put the most important stuff at the very beginning so people can get so I can get the point across. Look, I'm not getting rich on here, so and plus I would feel bad doing that to viewers because I freaking hate when YouTubers do that. So I'm like, oh, why would I fall into the same trap? Man. Anyways, let's get back. So check that video out if you're having battery drain bug issues. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good news if you like Apple, if you like Android. So let's jump in it, and then once we're done here, we'll do a giveaway. Okay, so let's do this. Let me show you what I'm talking about up front. Wait, before I do that, I do need to let you know eSIM Studios is sponsored by Lyca Mobile. They have really good plans, pretty affordable prices, actually very affordable prices. One of their best plans that I kind of handpicked as probably the most popular one is you get 18 gigs of data, high-speed 5G data, 10 gigs of hotspot data, unlimited talk and text over 100 countries for only $7.50. $7.50. Link down below. And IMEI Certified and IMEI Certified.com. They reverse your blacklist status devices. So if you're one of the unfortunate people like myself that purchased a phone, let's say on Facebook Marketplace, and it works, you test it out, put your SIM in, it works good. But let's say a couple weeks later, just boom, no service out of the blue. Well, the person that sold you that phone more than likely called up the carrier, called up the insurance. They reported it lost or stolen. Well, that's why your service got cut. Well, IMEI Certified reverses it back to clean and clear so you can use it again. It's a hassle. It's happened to me. Happens every freaking day. But thank goodness IMEIcertified.com is there to reverse that. And little side note, if you call the carrier and say, well, let me just call my carrier and tell them, oh, no, what the story is. Oh, I bought this phone. It's not lost. It's not stolen. They don't reverse it for you for anything. Anything. Even the insurance companies don't reverse it. The only way to get it reversed is IMEIcertified.com. Link down below. So you just got the S26 Ultra, 12 gigs, 256 for $919. So it sounds about right. Prices, as y'all know, we've mentioned on here, are not coming down. In fact, they're holding steady. OnePlus, all these devices. Ooh, I do have big OnePlus news. And you know what? I did not add it to my rundown. Hang on. OnePlus. All right, yeah, ready? So what I wanted to get into first, good news. Speaking of Samsung, is news came out that Samsung, for the new foldables, and news flash, Samsung is going to hold their new foldable event for the year of 2026 on July 22nd in London. Mark your calendars, July 22nd, London. I don't know what time, probably morning time here, probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 Central Standard Time. You got to remember, London's like 7 hours ahead, or at least where I'm at. So it'll probably be a nighttime event in London and a daytime event here in the States. I don't know. I'm assuming 10 to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We may or may not go live during that. Again, I don't plan on getting a foldable this year, but we do have big news in regards to the foldables. I did mention last week or last month that Samsung was going to do a split with the Flip series, with the Flip 8. I know there's been a lot of talk about the Fold 8 Ultra and Fold 8, the Fold 8 Wide. Well, now we got news on the Flip 8. So on the Flip 8, they're doing a split CPU launch. So some Flip 8s are going to be powered by the Samsung Exynos 2600. Some Z Flip 8s are going to be powered by the Snapdragon Qualcomm. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. But we just did not know what regions they were going to place them at. Right now, going back to the folds, the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra are both going to be powered unanimously by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. So there will be no split in the Fold series. But now we got word on what regions on the Flip series are getting what CPUs. And a big day, if you're in the US and you're a Flip lover, it's a big day to rejoice. You can rejoice and say, yes, thank you. Maybe I picked the wrong year to skip buying a Flip series. Y'all know I love the Flips. Nostalgia, right? I can't get into the book style, but I can get into these Flips. Well, in the US, it's going to be Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Yes, that means, big news, that means you're going to be able to get the all-new T-Mobile and AT&T 5G network. Because that was one of the downers with the previous year's Flips. With the last 2 years, they ran Exynos CPUs, the 2500, 2400. Well, cool and all, but it wouldn't get T-Mobile's new 5G network. And AT&T just launched one. But this year, and I have a feeling that's why they did it. I'm always ragging on them. I'm always, saying what a bummer it is. And look, it makes a difference. Just like how people call me crazy all the time because I'm always talking about Wi-Fi 7 now. We upgraded our home and office home Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi 7. You honestly don't know what you're missing if you don't have Wi-Fi 7, because I was in the same place. I was like, Wi-Fi 7, what the, whatever. Yeah, screw it. We'll just upgrade anyways to future-proof ourselves. Whoa, is it a difference? Whoa. Same thing with T-Mobile's new 5G network. It is mind-blowing how good it is. It went from where I live, a dead zone, a dead spot, to where I maybe get 1 to 2 megabytes per second on the download. 1 megabyte per second. Went from 1 megabyte per second to 168 megabytes per second. Not just with speed, but with signal as well. And I have proof. I've done so many videos on this topic. I have proof. So this is a big deal. If you're a Flip lover, this is the year to purchase a Flip if you like those types of phones. Last couple of years, and this year I was like, what's the big deal? I'm gonna skip it this year. It's the same friggin' phone. Now you have a reason to upgrade. Now you have a reason to go get this phone, because it's gonna have the very best CPU in there and modem in there. So this is a big deal. if you're a flip lover. So I'm like, I know today I was like, should I get one? Should I get one? But I I I don't know. Mm, I still think I'm gonna skip, but it's a huge deal. It got me from saying I'm gonna skip to maybe I should think about getting one, but uh, I just, you know what? I use them. I'll have my Samsung S26 Ultra all year for 12 months and then upgrade. I'm gonna have this Motorola Signature until the next one comes out. I'm gonna have the OnePlus 15 until the new one comes out. But well, take that back. I'm gonna have the OnePlus 15, I think, forever because we're not getting another one here in the States. But you get the point. With the Flip, I get it for like 6 months, use it. Oh yeah, this is cool, whatever. And then I just sell it because I get bored with it. Well, I'm kind of done with 6 month phones. It's just the same thing like with the Pixel, the 200 charging cycle thing. You can only use it. Well, I can for 6 months, and then once you hit the 200 charging cycles, it's not even worth using. So I'm like, what's the point? I'm just not even gonna buy one this year. So stupid. But the Flip 8 is getting Snapdragon in the United States. Now I don't know what other regions are getting the you know what? I have this article. I don't know what other regions are getting the Exynos, but maybe it'll tell us here. The Flip 8 is powered by the Snapdragon 80 Elite Gen 5 in the US. It just went through FCC certification, so we know that for sure. 100%. Okay, there's no word on other chips, but we're expecting Exynos 2600 in other regions. Okay, yeah, that's why I saw this earlier this morning, and I was like, it didn't say what other countries are getting what, but we do know for sure that the US is getting Snapdragon. That is good news. That's fantastic news. I really think the Exynos chip did a disservice to this phone in the United States. For people like you and I that know this stuff, you know, it's a turnoff, quite frankly. People that just don't know any better are like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna a flip phone, blah 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 blah, but they don't know the service sucks. You know, uh, the modem in there just is not as good. It's just not. It's night and day. But it is worth getting now if you're interested. So there is that. Should you get the Vivo X Fold 6 when it comes out? I think that would make you actually like a foldable. I have no clue what that looks like. Let me see. Vivo X Fold 6. Oh yeah. It's kind of like the I mean, look, to be honest with you, I've never even purchased one. Now, I've played with them at Best Buy, which, you only get a few minutes with. You really need a phone for like a good, I would say, a solid month using it daily. Probably a couple weeks at least to, if you can use it. And the biggest turnoff for me, to be honest with you, is it just doesn't feel like a regular. There's two things. It doesn't feel like a regular phone, meaning like, and now with this one, maybe you're right. Maybe this one's different. It feels like, and I'm talking about 2 to 3 years ago, I had this idea where I'm like, it feels like two phones are stuck together, right? And I already carry two phones with me, sometimes three, everywhere I go. So I literally have a phone in each pocket. So I'm like, well, having a foldable is going to be like two phones in one pocket, where you're going to be walking around like you have a brick in your pants. You know what I'm saying? And there's that. And the other thing is, like with the Motorola Razr Fold, the outer display is so good, I probably won't even open it up. Now, I say I won't, but that's a lie, but you get the point. I would probably, out of 100% usage of the phone, I'd probably have way more than 50%, probably 60% of the usage would be on the outer display. And then I would open it up to like edit videos and stuff, because I don't play games. But I guess that's okay. But in the past, here's the thing. In the past, the outer displays were shit. They were real shitty. The Motorola Razr Fold is the very first phone foldable with the outer display that's freaking badass. That's essentially like the signature, display on the outside. But I'll look into this Vivo X Fold 6. It must be brand new, right? Because here's the thing, they're getting so thin that it's like having one phone in your pocket now. Cameras are probably badass on here. And I'm sure the outer display is pretty freaking good. So, yeah, it might. Has a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. Holy crap. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, when we get off here, I'm definitely gonna look into this. I'll remember this. And where do you get them at? It's June 26th launch date. That's in 2 days. You'll probably get it on GizTop, I'm assuming. With a global ROM. MediaTek Dimensity 9500. Let's see here. 9500, that's a good chip. It has an M14 OLED panel, the newest OLED panel. Okay, 200 megapixel Zeiss main sensor, 50 megapixel Zeiss APO telephoto, and 50 megapixel ultra wide. Thing's gonna take badass photos in video. Essentially a 7,000 milliamp. I'm assuming that's silicon carbon. Wow. Maybe I should just give it a try, right? Maybe I should just buy one and try it out. If any one of them is going to tease me, this certainly might do it. So I'll certainly look into that. Thank you for that tip. I had no clue that, sometimes I need to be reminded about some of these phones that aren't sold in the US because they just don't get any coverage here. What is the true flagship phone of Samsung right now? It's the S26 Ultra. The Flip, no, not a flagship. I'm sorry. It's a foldable, and they're in their own category. But if you put specs on paper, it's not a flagship. The cameras blow. The cameras suck on the foldables, and you have to know that going into it. Now we're just looking at this what is it called? Vivo X Fold 6 here. I'm sure the camera's going to be pretty badass, and with the Motorola Razr Fold, pretty badass. But that just started this year. Cameras have always been bottom of the barrel on these foldables for the history of these devices. It's just now, literally just right now, just last month when Motorola launched their foldable, that the cameras are good. This Vivo X Fold 6, just right now, the cameras are good. The cameras on the flip phones, they suck. They're horrid. Like, they're absolutely trash. You have to know that going into it. So that would right there cancel it out as a flagship phone. It's just not. But yeah, it would be the S26 Ultra for sure. That's their flagship phone. IP69, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that here. Whoops, once we get done with the stream. Now check this out. So we got into the Flip. Now Samsung is preparing for Android 17 on their flagship Galaxy devices. We're just talking about that. They do have a beta program. I am not enrolling in that because it jacked up my phone last year, so I'm staying away from betas this year. But they've already rolled into, I think they're on the third or fourth version of Android 17 beta for the S26 series. Now I know it took them forever to get Android 16 on these phones, or on last year's phones on the S25 series. So if you go back a year from where we're sitting at right now, it took them forever to get Android 16 on the S25 series. They're going to try to do the opposite on Android 17 for their current flagship S26 Ultra or S26 series, and try to streamline it. Now they had a lot of issues underneath, behind the scenes, which I'm assuming the battery drain bug was one of them. But I'm in no rush, to be quite honest with you. Typically, I can't wait to get new software on my phones, but I'd rather have Samsung get it right, or any other company. Get it right before you release it, because there's nothing worse than having a battery drain bug. I'm telling you, 100% to 0 in 3 hours. It sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm literally not. And if you have that battery drain bug, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I would wake up with 100% battery, and by lunchtime, it was dead. insane. And I just put it down and would just use something else. It was that bad. So, and look, there's really not that much of a difference. I guarantee you, when we get this Android 17 update for the S26 Ultra, when we get the stable build of Android 17, I think it's, what is it, One UI 9 or whatever it is, there's really not that much difference visually. Even feature wise, it kind of maxed out on features. So it's like, it's really not going to look that much different. It's just not. But it's always cool to have the latest Android version. But One UI is pretty freaking good. It's on top of the Android skin world, depending on who you ask. For me, it's pretty freaking good. So take your time, Samsung. No rush. I want you to get this right with no battery drain bugs. But just letting everybody know, it does look like it's right around the corner. Typically, Samsung would, in the past, minus last year, would put the new version of Android on their current flagship phone towards the end of the year. So they launched their flagship Galaxy devices early in the year in January, February. And then by November, maybe December, they would put the new version of Android on their current flagship devices. And then that following January and February, they would launch the new models of the Galaxies. I'm not sure if they're still on that timeline. I hope they are, because it sucks. Because last year, they didn't release Android 16 to the S25 Ultra until after the S26 series was launched. You see what I'm saying? Typically in the past, you would get the newest version of Android on that current flagship before the next one comes out. So we'll just have to see how this goes, but I just want them to take their time. There's no rush. And speaking of Samsung, the brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 and Gen 6 Pro are getting new UFS 5.0 storage, and that's universal. So it's not just going to be on this upcoming Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra. It's going to be on what other phone uses the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 CPUs. It will have UFS 5.0 storage. Apparently, this is the biggest leap in UFS storage ever. The speeds, they doubled. So when we talk about fast, when we talk about fluid, this UFS storage that I'm always talking about plays an enormous role in the performance of your device. If you have cheap UFS storage, you can tell. Now, you might not be able to point it out and be like, oh, this has cheap storage, because, some people might not know what's causing it. UFS storage directly affects the memory that moves around inside your phone. The faster this UFS storage you have, the faster your phone can transfer files from one place to another, the faster it can launch apps, the faster the operating system feels, just because it has much faster memory. Now, the last biggest upgrade, biggest leap from UFS storage, you would think, like it says there, the current one that we're on is 4.1, and last year's or 2 years ago was 4.0. Samsung S26 Ultra is still on 4.0. But the biggest leap was going not from 4.0 to 4.1, which is why I think Samsung chose to stick with 4.0, because there's not that much of a performance increase from 4.0 to 4.1. The biggest increase was from 3.1 to 4.0. That was enormous. And then 4.0 to 4.1, but now we're going from 4.1 to 5.0. That's the biggest performance leap we have ever seen in UFS storage. It's blazing fast. I dug into this yesterday. I'm not going to bore you with stats and numbers, but I believe we will see an immediate difference in performance of your phone, which just really rubs me the wrong way when it comes to OnePlus and them not releasing the OnePlus 16 in the US, or hell, even globally, because the OnePlus 16 is going to be earth-shattering fast. It is going to be insane. So here's a quick tidbit of information. So look at these numbers. Up to 10 gigs. God damn it. Up to 10 gigabits per second read speeds. 9.5 gigs per second write speeds. That is insane. People like me that use their phone for editing photos and videos, this is going to be freaking badass. Even games, if you play mobile games, this is good. If you record video and you transfer videos, or you want to move it here, or you got some external storage, well, really UFS doesn't really have to do with external storage, but internal storage, recording videos, everything, it's 2 times as fast as 4.1. You get 40% better power efficiency, so you're going to get better battery life. This is a huge deal. Nobody's talking about it. But we talk about this here because it does make an enormous difference. A 5.5G era. Interesting. Yeah. The race is on to 6G. So that's UFS storage 5.0. And again, that's going to come out. That's going to launch globally in the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 and Gen 6 Pro. It'll be standard on Gen 6 Pro, and then in the Gen 6, it's going to be optional, meaning if a manufacturer wants to use the non-Pro model of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6, if they use the non-Pro, they can choose UFS 5.0 or UFS 4.1 storage just for pricing, right? If they want to try to keep the manufacturing costs down, they do have an option to go with UFS 4.1 storage in the non-Pro variant of the Snapdragon flagship chip next year. But if you get the Pro model, and that'll be in the like S27 Ultra, it's going to have 5.0 storage. OnePlus 16 in China, it's going to have 5.0 storage. So we have that to look forward to. Now, speaking of China, I was looking into getting the Red Magic tablet. They have this Astra, Red Magic Astra. It's a little known, the Red Magic phone, the gaming phones. Well, they sell tablets. Really affordable. Last year, brand new, just like this. I think it was like $500. And it was decked out, specced out. I mean, it was essentially a OnePlus 15 in a 9-inch tablet form. They did not cut any corners on the specs, and it was $500. It was half the price of a OnePlus 15, and you got a bigger size. Well, this year, they're coming out with the next model. Now, this one's going to have all new specs. They're still not cutting corners on specs. They are coming out with this new tablet next week, and I cannot wait. I think they have a sign-up page. I've been looking to get a tablet, and I think this one might do it. Now, as you know, most tablets have good specs, but they're missing one key spec, one key feature that only literally a couple of tablets have. And what am I talking about? That's an OLED display. 99% of tablets, I'm talking about Android tablets, I'm not talking about iPads. Android tablets, 99% of these tablets, you could find one, be like, it's a pretty good specs. And then you get to the display, which is all the way at the bottom, and it says LCD. And you're like, LCD, pass. I can't tell you how many tablets I've passed on. Essentially, the only tablet that's worth buying right now is the Samsung Galaxy tablet. And that's the good one, not the FE, not the A series. I'm talking about the Galaxy Tab S11 or S11 Ultra, because they use OLED, right? Well, Red Magic uses OLED in their tablets. OnePlus in their tablets, no OLED. Lenovo, the Legion tablets, no OLED. And those have pretty respectable specs. But this here, specced out, maxed out. The best specs you can get on paper in a 9-inch tablet. It has liquid cooling in there. 9-inch, is it 4K or 2K AMOLED? 200 hertz. Insane specs. And it's like $500. These things sell out quick. And here's the thing. If you go to eBay, because I've been on eBay a couple times last week to try to find one, they're none for sale. And I'm like, well, damn, how are there none? Literally, there's not one on the entire internet for sale. Well, I take that back. There was, but they're like $1,900. I'm like, what? Screw that. It's because nobody's selling them. They are so good, nobody wants to get rid of it. It's the best tablet nobody knows about. So I wanted to make sure everybody is aware. If you're looking for a tablet, you can get this one. It's, in my opinion, it's either this new Red Magic tablet or the Samsung Galaxy tablets, and that is it. You gotta have OLED. I know LCD. I know. It looks better. No, the blacks look much more blacker on these new LCD panels. Please hold it up next to an OLED panel. You'll see the difference. Once you go OLED, you don't go back. I got OLED monitors here. I made the switch. Like, it is insane how much OLED makes a difference. Video editing, just overall user experience, gaming, everything. So I'm OLED all the way. Let's see. Let's see if they have a sign up available, because they did that last year where you could sign up, you get $50 off. Damn it. There's the Astra. No, it's not out yet. Meaning, well, shit. That's the golden edition. See, it's sold out up here, but look at their other one. Damn, man, what's up with these notifications? Check this out. So here's the one that was $500, sold out, not for sale. Look, $499, and I'm telling you, it has the same spec sheet as the OnePlus 15. I did a video on this about a year ago. It's insane value. Like the best tablet you can buy for the money, because this has better specs than the Galaxy Tab S11, and it's half the price. It's just insane. So when these do become available, I'm keeping my eye on this. When these do become available, I will let everybody know if you're interested. Now, I don't know the update. You know what? Let's find that out. What is Red Magic's update schedule? Red Magic provides 3 years of software support. Okay. For global devices, and 5 years for Europe. However, this typically includes just 1 to 2 major Android OS updates. I don't care. I'm going to have it for a year, maybe 2. Because with a tablet, you don't have to upgrade every year, at least every other year. I'm probably going to have it for a year, maybe 2, and then sell it. It's $500 anyways. It's not like you're spending $1,500 or $2. You know what I'm saying? It's a good deal. It's a good deal. So I'm gonna try to get my hands on one of these, because why not? So stay tuned to the channel. I'll make sure we get everybody up to speed on that, but just thought I'd let everybody know. Now, we'll have the OnePlus news, the best for last. So we're almost there. Then we'll do a giveaway. Nothing Phone 4B. Is it 4B or Nothing Phone B? Because because OnePlus, because nothing. I can't get OnePlus out of my mind. Here's what I need to do. Just updated it. Hold on to this one, because nothing hasn't had 4 generations of the B series. So technically it should be called Nothing Phone B, right? Well, anyways, this is going to be their cheaper version. This is going to be the CMF Phone 3 Pro that they canceled. Well, Nothing's going to pick that model up and sell it under the Nothing brand. And it'll come in at, I don't know, $350, something like that. It'd be their budget phone. And if you're looking for a budget phone, I would recommend that over anything else, to be honest with you. Even over a Samsung, I don't know, what are they? I don't even know what their cheap phones are called, because I just don't pay attention and or care. But this would be the one to get if you only want to spend $350 on a phone. But now we know what it's going to look like. So a very clever person kind of found a sketch. So you know how Nothing does these launches where they have they upload these videos, and they kind of take you behind the scenes with the developers and the R&D team, or the designers of these cool designs. They'll have a bunch of devices sitting out on the table, and they're talking about them, or they show some graphics of some sketches of how they came to this design. Well, a very clever person went back and watched one of their videos and noticed that in these sketches with the Nothing Phone 4A, and 4A Pro, there were 3 devices that were sketched on this graphic. And one of them was the Nothing Phone 4A, and the other one was the Nothing Phone 4A Pro. But what about that third one? Well, apparently, that third device that's on this sketch is going to be the Nothing Phone B, 4B. So look at this right here. So you got the 4A right here on the top left. You have the 4A Pro on the bottom left. You got the 4A Pro on the bottom right. You got the 4A Pro on the top right. And you got the 4A in the middle. But what about this one right up here? Now, nothing is, no pun intended, nothing is concrete. It's a good guesstimate. And I'm assuming that's probably what it's going to look like. Now, it'll be transparent, just like the 4A and 4A Pro. It'll have a transparent back. And in the camera angle, the camera island will be vertical. You'll have the flash up top. And it looks like you're going to have a light bar right there on the bottom right of, where the 4A, if you look at this graphic on the top left, where they had got that vertical light. Well, it looks like you're going to have a horizontal light on this one. Can I expand this? No. But you can see it right there. Top center. That's, I think, what it's going to look like. Makes sense. They do stuff like this all the time. I can't tell you how many phones they've launched where if you scroll through their videos and you slow it down and you pause the video and you're like, oh, that's the Nothing Phone 3. Oh my God, I didn't even see it. It was in their last video. Stuff like that. All the time. So I think this is it. I think. Pretty good catch, whoever got that. So whoever caught that, congratulations. It wasn't me. I don't have time like that to be going through, scouring through videos, but good catch. But if that interests you, it should launch here very soon. I think they're going to launch in a month. So maybe 2, but it's coming soon. So if you need a new cheap phone, that's going to be the one to get. It's probably going to it's probably going to have a Snapdragon 7 or 6 series, Snapdragon 6, I don't know, Gen 4. Probably going to have 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Hopefully they have a 256, but the way memory prices are going, I don't know. Should have an SD card slot. All the CMF phones have had SD card slots available. So we'll have to wait and see, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Now, this is news because this was sort of in the air. We knew Apple was having issues with manufacturing of the iPhone Ultra, their new foldable. We did know. We thought there might be a delay. We thought it might be only produced in one color. We didn't know. Are they going to push the launch back to remember they're doing a staggered release. They were going to release it with the Pro models, the 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max, but are they going to have to push it back with the Air model in March or May? Well, now we know it's going to be launched. Production in September. Production starts next month. So apparently they've reworked some kinks, some road bumps, some issues that they had in manufacturing. And it is a green light for manufacturing in July next month for a September launch date with the iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max. And we still don't know on the colors. You're at the very least, you're going to get a white. But they are only producing 2 colors, a white and a black. They thought at the moment that the black models are going to have to wait. So even if that is the case, at the very least, you're going to get a iPhone Ultra in white in September. So you have that to look forward to. If that device piques your interest, it looks like it will be available. Now, we may not get to this. Speaking of phones and prices, interesting article. So if you buy an iPhone Ultra at $2,000 in September, in 2026, in September of 2027, when the device is 1 year old, it's only going to be worth $708. Now, This is going off of, they did math. This is going off of previous device depreciation values, and they're projecting that moving forward. But as you know, we've discussed this many a times, the prices of the used phone market has not come down. And it's directly due to the economy, right? And as well as the memory prices. Prices are not coming down. Slightly, yes, but not like that. So I think this article is clever. It's a head turner. It's like, wait, what? But I've just started noticing the prices of the used phones for sale are not really coming down that much. Maybe 10%, maybe 15%. They're saying in this article that the values of smartphones go down from 35% to 45% after year one. But remember, that's taking price history from the last 3 years, averaging it out, and then projecting this iPhone Ultra to be $708 this time next year. But that formulation is not taking in effect the recent 6 months where the prices aren't really coming down. So I don't think this article is that accurate. I mean, it's accurate. It's an accurate estimation, but again, it does not take into consideration of the last 6 months. So I don't think it's going to be worth $708. I think it's going to be worth a $2,000 phone this time next year. It's probably going to be 1 year old, probably $1,500, something like that. I think it's going to hold its value because people, just not, times are hard. Yeah, me too. Talk about the nothing phone. Don't expect them to. I wouldn't put any. I don't know what's going on. Like, like, what is nothing doing? How can you? Oh, whatever. Let's move on. I wouldn't doubt it, or I wouldn't plan on it. So we're gonna do this, and then we'll do the giveaway. So if you're watching, we will do a giveaway. But first, we got to talk about OnePlus because I got this news today. It made me think. So what is the news? OnePlus, and it's not necessarily could be. I think Android Authority needs to replace could be with will be because this is headed right in that direction. And can y'all believe I still get people in my shorts that I make and videos that I make about OnePlus? They still don't believe me when I tell them OnePlus is leaving the market. There's people on Reddit that call me out. There's people on YouTube that call me out. They must be not paying attention to the news because we see articles like this all the time. Like once a month, there's now an article coming out saying how OnePlus continually is reducing, continually taking a step back. I mean, it's just sticking out like a sore thumb. So what am I talking about? OnePlus could be reduced, could be to would be. OnePlus will be reduced to an Oppo product under new plans. Oppo product? What the hell? Wait till you hear this. So a new report on the heels of Realme India CEO's resignation spells out doom for OnePlus. So the Realme India CEO stepped down due to health reasons. He's a little older man, so it's about that time to retire. So he retired. That report suggests the resignation came amid a sweeping restructuring exercise to integrate Realme with OnePlus under Oppo's broader parent structure. So it was that time where he's a little old. Oppo wants to restructure. And you remember that report last month where it said Oppo and OnePlus were going to merge? Well, this continues that story. Yeah, they're going to merge under Oppo. So not necessarily one company, because here's what I think that they're going to do. But before we get to that, they were moving some chess pieces around, playing puzzle, right? Business puzzle, company puzzle. And that their CEO is around that age where he was like, you know what, if you're going to eventually fire me in 6 months anyways, then let me just resign. It's like hey, we're going to get rid of you. Do you want to be fired or do you want to step down? It looks better on your resume if you resign instead of fired, right? So that's essentially what they're doing. What's up, man? Man, why won't my StreamYard work? There we go. How's it going? You made it just in time. About to hit the giveaway. So here's what Oppo's doing. Oppo, Realme, OnePlus. They're gonna put they're gonna put OnePlus and Realme under a single operating structure, managing them as distinct product series rather than independent brands. So the effect of this move on OnePlus's global operations is unknown. Foreshadowing, we'll discuss, but it follows extensive staff departures across Europe and North America. So here's what they're going to do. If you read the article, and I don't believe I have it linked, but OnePlus did say, we confirmed that Michael Guro, or Oppo, says this. We confirmed he has stepped down from his role as representative head overseeing business of India at Realme brand due to certain health reasons. The company respects his decision and extends its sincere appreciation for his value contributions to the business, including India territory during his tenure. So what they're going to do is think of Samsung. Think of Samsung, not Oppo, OnePlus, Realme. Think of Samsung and think of their Galaxy line of phones, right? Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Well, essentially, OnePlus is going to be that. OnePlus is going to turn into a Galaxy. Now, it's going to be the Oppo OnePlus 16. Realme, same thing. It'll be a Galaxy. It'll be a certain distinct unit product line in the overall products of Oppo. So it'll be the Oppo OnePlus 16. It'll be the Oppo Realme 12. See what I'm saying? It's not going to be OnePlus 16 anymore. So it's not going to be independent. You're not going to order a OnePlus 16 from OnePlus's website in China or India. You're going to order it from Oppo, which obviously we're gonna have to see how this plays out and where you can order one. But this news right here solidifies OnePlus's future in the United States. It's not happening. It's over. It's done with. This is the last OnePlus that you will buy in America. So they will operate in India, Oppo, and they do operate obviously in China. Now, if you're going to be wanting to get one, that good news and bad news, right? Good news is they are still going to be manufacturing phones, but the bad news is you're going to have to get it on Giztop. And if it has, I believe they're going to do away with Oxygen OS. So, good news, bad news, it's probably not going to work well with U.S. carriers. And the operating system is probably going to be in Chinese because they're not selling flagships in India. It's China only. So the OnePlus 16 is only going to be the China model. So if you've ever had a China model, and I don't think they're going to have a global ROM to flash because there is no global ROM. See what I'm saying? You cannot flash if they just sell the Nord series with a global ROM in India, you cannot flash the global ROM from the Nord 6 in India to the new OnePlus 16 that's China only. It just doesn't work like that. So this essentially seals the deal for OnePlus after this news today. Yeah, it will be. It will be. But we'll have to see how this plays out. But here in America, not too sure. It doesn't look too good. So is there a chance that see the only chance, because if you want to grab an Oppo OnePlus 16 from Giztop, it's gonna have to be you're gonna want one that has a global ROM, right? You're not gonna want the Color OS model, China only. you can get away with it, sure, but do you really want to do that? Like when you change the font, the device setting, when you change the language to English, only like 80% changes to English. You still have Chinese apps, you still have Chinese Mandarin. You cannot take off. It's just not the same. But we will certainly keep everybody up to date with what's going on with OnePlus. But this news, not necessarily. I mean, look, they'll still be around, but uh, I don't know if getting one's the best idea if you're in the US. Let's do this. I got to get out of here. Everybody, if you would like, put hashtag gift in the chat. It will do a giveaway real quick. Hashtag gift. Hashtag gift. Let's see here. Hang on. Hashtag gift. Give me a second. Oh, and by the way, I was not able to get in contact with last time's winner. I don't see. Are they here in the chat? Let's see. Yes, here he is. I got him. Okay, he literally just emailed me a couple of minutes ago. So we're gonna do the giveaway now, but I guess I'm thinking out loud. I'm gonna get the last time's winner. I'm gonna get him his gift right now. So what I'll do is we'll run a giveaway, and I'll get you an Amazon gift card and or a Cash App, whichever one you prefer, since you are the winner. Now let's go ahead and run this. So let me pull up where's my giveaway tool? I should just save this web page. I don't know why I don't. All right, Big Jeffro X438. Congratulations to you, sir. I do have your info. I'm gonna get these done. Like as soon as the live stream is over, as soon as I hit end stream, I'm gonna get you all your cash. Like literally in the next few seconds. I'm gonna do it right now before I get up. So congratulations to you, sir. If you did not win, no big worries, no big deal, because we do this all the time. In fact, I have earbuds to give away. I have Bluetooth earbuds to give away. Why don't we do that this weekend? Right? Good earbuds. Like I'm talking like $100 earbuds. So point is, if you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe to the channel. So what I do here on eSIM Studios is I give my YouTube revenue back to you guys. So how YouTube works, on the 20th, 21st of every month, we get paid from our ad revenue for YouTube. And what I do is essentially give it right back to y'all. So subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn notifications on, because every now and then we do flash giveaways, meaning usually it's in the afternoon. I don't think I've ever done it in the morning. I'm not a morning person, if you couldn't tell. Sometimes I'll just go live in the afternoon and do a flash giveaway. But you're going to want to hit turn your notifications on after you subscribe. So whenever we do go live, if we have a flash giveaway, boom, you join us, and we'll give stuff away. So, yeah, enough talking. I'm gonna end it here, but I'm gonna get their winnings right over. I do appreciate the time, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, you know what? Wait. I was gonna, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna try to figure out. It literally just hit me how to gift memberships. Give me a second and let me see if I can gift memberships here for y'all. Because I'm gonna do members live streams only. I mean, I'm gonna continue to do live streams for non-members, right, and just regular viewers. But I want to do members only live streams. So if you're a member of the channel, we'll do live streams, and I also invite you, the members, to join me on the live stream. It'll just be for members. Like a regular person on YouTube won't be able to watch it. And you don't have to show your face, right? You can hide behind, not hide, but you get the point. You can be behind your avatar where it's audio only. I was gonna try and do that here, but give me a second and let me see if I can figure out how to. I don't know why they. I've seen other YouTubers do that. Every now and then you've been gifted a membership to this channel. I'm like, what? Hang on one second. Don't go anywhere, because I might gift you a membership here. Let's see. Let me see how to do it. Damn, I said I'm only got 6 people watching. I said, I guess everybody left. Well, y'all might be the 6 lucky people. Let's see if I can gift y'all some memberships here. So, membership gifting. What is this? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna gift 5 memberships, and see. Hang on for just a minute, and let me see if I can gift y'all some memberships here. Now, oh sweet. So it does say now that a bunch of people have been gifted membership. Well, I say a bunch. I think it's 5 people. Let me see if I can do another. Dope. Cool. I'm gonna try another one. Sweet. Okay. All right. So now we got some members. I'll probably start doing live stream, members only live streams. Probably not like tomorrow or anything, but probably next week. I'll figure out a good way to do this, quite frankly. And we're going to do members only live streams, and I'm going to still do live streams again for the average viewer, that non-subscribers and subscribers, but I want to do specific members only live, and this will be on a given time, given date every single week. So we'll pick a day out, like every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll have a members only live stream. And if you're a member, you can join the live stream. You can actually join me on the panel if you want to talk technology. Again, you don't have to show your face. You can just show your avatar, and we can chop it up and talk technology. I think that would be fun. Exclusive videos. Yep. Just like that. Exclusive videos. So I need to get that started, but at least it'll give a good opportunity for people to communicate on a more personal level and talk to technology. I get bored sometimes just talking to myself, so I'm sure hopefully y'all don't either, but I got another one there, so sweet. All right, well, I appreciate the time, and I will probably put out, I can do community posts only for members only. I can do a bunch discounts like on shirts like this that I make, pixel shirts, half off stuff. I can do members only giveaways like with those. Ooh, that's a good idea with those Bluetooth earbuds that I have. Do giveaways for members only. A bunch of cool stuff. So I'm gonna make it worthwhile. It's only a few dollars a month. I'm gonna make it worthwhile to join. So trust me, believe me on that. So I got that going on in the background, as well as working on this application that I'm going to upload probably in the next day or two. Before the end of the month, 100% I'll have my second application on the app stores. So working on that as well, and a new website as well. I'm always working. So appreciate the time. I'm going to get out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Please take care. Have a safe evening and or afternoon, and catch you on the next one. Oh, don't forget, I'm gonna send your I'm gonna give it the winners on the back end right now. Peace.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.